Hey, my hair's a little messed up, but I'm gonna power through it. Whoosh. And I don't know why I said that. That was weird, wasn't it? Anyways, I just wanted to dust myself off. Sorry, I'm not touching myself. I mean, not like that, but I'm doing it innocently. But it looked kind of bad when I was doing it really slowly, didn't it? Like it looked like I was doing it like on purpose to be sexual or something. But I swear it wasn't. I just had like fur or like cat hairs or something on my belly or like crumbs from because I was just eating. So I was like trying to dust it off, but I was trying to get it all off, and never mind. It just looked kind of bad. Like I was being sexual in a YouTube video. That was kind of weird. I'm sorry for that. Sorry you had to see that. Anyways, so I was gonna do a movie review standing in front of this beautiful painting by, I'm not sure, I can't, by a guy named Woodson. Shout out to Woodson. I think that might be his last name. But is that lovely though? That lovely painting? I wish I could draw like that. Not really, because I'm not like a big fan of drawing. I like more like abstract paintings. Now I'm not dissing his work, but I'm just saying like I like different types of art instead like except for like that banana taped to the wall. Like I probably would have eaten it too. Honestly, like not to be a dick, I would have just been hungry and been like, well, it's here, no one's claiming it, I might as well eat it. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't do it to be mean though. I'd just do it because I would be hungry or something. And why don't they serve? Oh, no, okay, never mind. That was a stupid question. I was just gonna ask like, why don't they serve more food at like art galleries? But I think it's because people are paranoid. The people that work in the art gallery, they might be paranoid that someone's gonna spill a drink or something. Because that always sucks. Like wherever you are, if you spill something like on yourself, or like you're at an event, or you're at a party and you spill something on yourself, it's like, oh gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Now just imagine you're in an art gallery and you spill something on the floor. Can you imagine how awful that would be? Or you accidentally get something on a painting, oh, and then you have to pay for it, and you really don't want to, and it's a really ugly painting, and you're just like covering your face because you're embarrassed and you're like bidding for it. Anyways, I'm getting off topic here. This is about a scary movie I just watched, actually. Okay, so I took down some notes. I'm checking it twice. I got more than twice actually, because my memory is getting kind of worse as I get older, and I've been trying to improve it by eating healthier, yeah, by eating healthier, yeah, and by pronunciating slowly, but not too slowly, so it's like annoying. Like I feel like if you talk too slow, like people can get annoyed. Like just get to the point, kind of thing. Anyways, so it's called As Night Falls. It's really hot in here, but I'll continue. I'm sorry. I kind of complain a bit. I have to check that. I have to check myself and reevaluate that and try not to complain so much. Okay. So back to what I was saying. It's rated TV mature. And I feel like when they say that, it's like they just don't feel like giving it another, like they don't know what to rate it as. So they just like slap a TV mature on it to be safe. And that could be right or wrong. I don't really care, but like it's just my opinion. It doesn't have to be right. It might not even be the case, because I didn't think it was like really like it, like there was no, like I don't remember there being nudity in the film. Like a couple was making out on a bed, but that was about it. There wasn't much there isn't nudity at all, I don't think, in the film. Now that I think about it. Anyways, it was directed by Joe Davison, starring Joe Davison. So the director also was one of the stars in the film, which I thought was kind of cool. But it'd be like a lot of pressure though to put on yourself, wouldn't you think? Like I like kudos to him. That's awesome, but like I could not do it. I don't think I could do that. Lily Cardone and then Debbie R. Let's call her Debbie R. Okay, genre was action, horror. Okay, things I liked about it. I actually didn't like it as a whole because I felt like, first I'll say what I didn't like about it, I guess, and then I'll say what I did like about it. What I didn't like, okay, like there's gonna be spoilers in this video. Okay, there's this good ghost in the film. She like whispers to the people, and it's like, we can see you, you don't have to whisper. like why can't you talk normally? Like I know it's probably just for effect, but for me it was kind of annoying because she's like the only one in the entire film who like whispers like that. Like another character, when she's on the phone, she's kind of whispering, but she's a human. But this ghost spirit lady, this like little girl who's like trying to warn them, she like is like whispering to them like throughout the film, and it's like, girl, can you like raise your voice a little bit so we can hear you better? You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be funny if someone said that in the film. I think that would have made it like more funnier, because there were some funny parts in this film that I'll get into later that made it kind of like humorous, and I didn't want to take the film too seriously. But I wish there was more. That's what I was gonna get to. My next point was okay, the girl was like whispering, but I'm like, she was like the softest. She had like the softest whisper, the softest voice in the entire film, and it was like to the ghost trying to help them. So I don't know if they did that just to be like kind of funny, like in a weird kind of way, or if it was just like they just did it to be kind of scary, like just at the tone of the mood of the movie. I didn't like that. I wish there were more funny moments in the film. I wasn't a huge fan of it because there wasn't, I don't think there was too much special effects, but I can't say for sure. But from what it seemed like, it didn't seem like there was too many special effects. But I just wish there was more funny scenes or moments or dialogue in the film that would have like made it more endearing and more like relatable. Not relatable because it's a scary movie, and there's like blood gushing out in certain parts and stuff, and it's like, to some extent it's not relatable. And then there's this one lady with a big pitchfork, and it's like, girl, who gave you that pitchfork? Did you just take it? Did you, like, who, like, like, I mean, like, I have to give him credit. That's the most original, like, weapon I've ever seen in a horror movie. But it's like, girl, really, a pitchfork? Like, like, I get it, you're like, are you from a farm? Like, I don't mean to be stereotypical, but, like, it's like, where else would you have gotten a pitchfork? Like, I don't think they just, like, sell them, like, on eBay or something, you know what I'm saying? That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Anyways, as I was saying, things I liked about the film. I liked that they had, like, a little flashback in it, where the good ghost is like telling how she died, basically, which is kind of sad and depressing. And the sad thing is that like there wasn't anything, like, it was just like she had a bad parent basically, and then she died because of a parent. I don't want to get into detail about it in case you want to see the film, but it was just really sad because I'm like, that's like the most scariest part is like you could just have like the kid just had like an evil parent, and like unfortunately, and then she had to like deal with the consequences of that when it wasn't really her fault that she had an evil parent. You know what I mean? And I felt bad for her because she was a little kid. She didn't get to live a full life. I like that there was a good spirit trying to warn them in the film, because usually you don't really see that in a lot of horror movies. Maybe in like 13 Ghosts was the only other one I can think of, but you don't really see like a good ghost or a spirit trying to warn the other. Okay, I take that back. Haunted Mansion from Disney, but I think it's because it's a Disney film. I think that's why they included it in there, so it's not as scary. But yeah, like I said, like I don't think there's a lot of like horror movies that deal with like a good ghost trying to like warn the other people to like get away from the house or to like save themselves. And you know, and I used to think about like, how did she know if she doesn't talk to the evil people anymore? Like, how did she know like they were gonna attack the people of the house? Did she have telepathy or something? Like, that was the other question I had, which kind of didn't make sense to me. But then I'm like, well, maybe if she's a spirit, they communicate telepathically, or maybe she like heard them, you know, like while she was just kind of like hovering by or something. Also, I thought it was kind of funny, but kind of weird. Like, a couple was making out on the bed, and she was just kind of standing there watching them. And I thought that was like really kind of like pervy of her, even though she was like a little kid. Like, that would have just been funny if it was like an adult doing that. Like, excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to burp. Man, whew. Anyways, it's so hot in here. Whew. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm almost done with the video, so I'm not going to complain too much more. I liked that there's a random movie reference in this movie to another movie, which usually you don't see in horror movies. The one guy referenced The Matrix, and I'm like, and this was like a movie made in like 2010. And The Matrix is kind of like, wasn't it from like the early 2000s? And I was like, man, that's like an old kind of movie reference. So I'm like wondering if they did that just to be kind of corny, kind of funny, kind of silly. But I thought it was kind of cool because you like I said, usually you don't like see that, you don't like hear that like a movie reference to another movie while you're watching a different movie in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was kind of interesting. I like the fact that there was more than one evil spirit makes it more terrifying. Because at first it's like, well, if there's like a group of people and there's only like one guy like attacking them, it's not as scary. But if there's like a group of people, that makes it even more terrifying. Because then it's like they're not outnumbered, but the evil spirits are like kind of vicious, even though there's less evil spirits than there are people, and they're still like kind of trying to hurt them anyway, just because they can, I guess. There wasn't really, and that was, I kind of, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, the evil spirits didn't really have a they were just at the, this is a case where like the kids, I mean the teenagers, they weren't teenagers, I don't know why I said that, but the adults were just, some of the adults, the main characters, they were just at a bad place at the wrong time kind of thing. And then the evil spirits started walking around, and were like, they saw them and they just were like, let's just mess with them. But like, and mess with, like, they wanted to like actually hurt them, like badly. like hence the pitchfork. So yeah, I was like, that's not cool. Like that's not cool. Pitchfork, really? Anyways, so like, it reminded me of that painting with the two people standing, and then the two like Amish looking people standing with like the guy and the girl. I mean the lady and the guy, and she's like holding a pitchfork, and she looks really depressed. Probably because she works a lot, because she probably lives on a farm if she has a pitchfork, which is understandable, and now I feel sad for her. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. Like, to do extra work, you kind of have to if you live on a farm. You have to do work in order to make it run smoothly. Anyways, I'm getting off track right now. There's some dark humor in it, which I liked about it. Like this one part I have to tell you, it was like the one evil spirit. She smacked a guy. I don't know if it was with a pitchfork or what she used, but whatever she did, the camera cut to like the sky, and then it showed the guy just like going whoa, like, and he was just flying in the sky, like almost like there was like a cannon, like one of those you know what I mean? Like in those older films, like medieval films, like one of those cannons, they put something in and then they shoot someone off in them. Like catapult. No, not a catapult. Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah, I think it was a like, it reminded me of like a catapult, like if they would have used a catapult. And I'm like, how the heck did they get that to work? Because it was just really funny to see someone like go like fall that high into the sky. From that angle, it just looked like really funny, and it was like really kind of corny, and I laughed, even though I probably shouldn't have. It looks like it would be scary, but like it was funny because I didn't expect that to happen, and that was like probably one of the funniest scenes in the movie. And the other one was the guy was talking about zombies, and he's like, how you'd kill a zombie is pretty easy, you just chop its head off, right? And they're like lurking in the woods by themselves, and I'm like, okay, like I'm not gonna get into that, but like, they were just kind of like talking randomly in the woods and stuff, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, but whatever. But it's needed for the storyline of the film, I mean, for it to like progress better. Anyway, so then and then the other guy was just kind of listening to him and stuff, and not really disagreeing with him. And then like later on towards like the middle of the film, the same guy gets his head chopped off, and I was just like, oh no, like I just thought that was like really funny but kind of sad. Like, so there was some dark humor in there. And I don't want to say what the ending was because I don't want to spoil it for you in case you want to see it, but I kind of did spoil it already. I'm sorry. But I mean, other people make videos like this on YouTube, so I figure it's not a big deal if I because I love horror movies too, Like, why can't I talk about horror movies? Like, I'm not a film director, I don't really have qualifications, and I'm not an actress, but, like, I like horror movies. Like, ever since I was a younger kid, I've always liked horror movies, even, like, the older ones, kind of. But some older ones, not so much, you know what I'm saying? Because the special effects weren't that good back then, and I originally wanted to do, like, a horror movie review of, like, this movie from the 1960s, but I really hated one of the characters in it, and I'm gonna really rip him to shreds if I do a video about that movie. Like, I can just tell. Like, I just have a feeling. Anyways, what else did I want to say about this movie? Other than... Yeah, I just wish the good spirit would have talked, would have, raised her voice a little bit more. Would have been more, then you see the other characters go, what? What did you say? Can you say that again? They didn't say that in the film to her, but that would be funny if they did. And then she was just she kept repeating the same thing, and then she just keeps rolling her eyes at them and is trying to warn them. That would have been a good addition to the film, I think. Like, I would have laughed. I thought it'd be a good idea to include. To make him funnier, I just wish the movie was funnier. Like, it didn't have that many funny kind of scenes in it, or moments, or dialogue. But I do like the originality of the film, like with the pitchfork as a weapon, because I've never seen that used as a weapon by like a bad guy in like a horror film before. And I liked, like I said, I liked what I liked. Like I already said what I liked, and you know what I liked. So, hope you liked this video. Have an awesome day.